Boom, we're live. Aw, yeah. We be living. Um, hey there. How's it going? I didn't think I would be streaming today. Like, I was going to reschedule the stream for tomorrow, right? Let me open my creator dashboard. There we go. Put that there. But yeah. Basically what happened, right? Weird thing. Um, I had like family come over, like a surprise family visit that I wasn't expecting. Um, and I found out about it yesterday, right? So I'm like, huh, I don't know if I'll be able to stream, right? But hold on, Stanley Parable. There we go. Basically, like they came over because they were coming over at like 9. I thought they were gonna stay over the whole day. So I'm like, shit. Guess I'm not playing the Stanley Parable today. Um, but they only stayed for a few hours. They left at noon. Um, so I was able to I'm able to stream, which is good. Very good. I am glad. Yes, I would like the English subtitles, please. That would be nice. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? I'm gonna go no, even though I have, because I played it for like an hour once, like a year and a half ago, and I remember actually nothing. So I'm gonna say no. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. All right. Please enter current time. Okay, I like that. I like that it's asking me. I like that it's asking me for the real life time. That's pretty cool. That's how you know some cool shit's gonna happen in the video game. There we go. 323. Note: accessibility settings can be accessed from the menu. I don't know why I was gonna say it could be tossed from the main menu. Like what? What do you mean? Oh yeah. Let me. I almost forgot to do something before stream. Hmm. All right, let's go. Yippee! Stanleyus Parabellius. Um, yeah, I kind of know what to expect. Also, I love that it's like a little looping screen. That's so cute. And we begin the game. The end is never the end. Is never the loading. Is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Sounds miserable.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Uh-oh,
No one
Stanley.
had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't, though? What if I don't? Okay, so there's no jumping. There's an achievement for trying to jump. That's so cute. I'm not leaving. I'll leave.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait,
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
whose desk is this that they just have a pencil sharpener and a desk lamp and nothing else? What is this person's job? What do they do? They're the office pencil sharpener. They just sharpen everyone's pencils. I mean, shit, that's pretty important, actually. Yeah.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I'm gonna touch everything, dude. You're gonna call someone? Ah, I can't. Ooh, pretty. Hello. Turn that off. Stop leaving your computers on. Wastes power. That's not the real time. You're lying to me. Ew. Oh. Aw, man. It's gonna get moldy. Someone better clean that up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, totally. Ooh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
This is a nice lounge. You could use like a TV or two, maybe like a table here.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Oh yeah, very nice
room
room.
so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna sit here
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Yeah, too
It's
bad.
possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, I'm gonna love this game. I know it. I know I'm gonna
Stanley
love
sat
it.
around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, He decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
There's gonna be more. I know there's gonna be more. There simply has to be more. I ain't moving. I ain't moving. Oh shit. I just noticed a stray pixel on one of my sprites. Oops. Well, you guys won't see it ever, so that's good. Anyway, let's get out of here. It doesn't appear that it doesn't actually appear that there's gonna be more. Can I get coffee? I want coffee. I want coffee. Okay, fine.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Nice. This is a nice place. This looks really cool, actually. Whoa. When you not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion, will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000. Yeah, plus the hospital bill, because I'll be fucking dead. Ooh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. Or what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't, though.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't, though. He would
I
never.
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm colorblind,
All right,
though.
fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there?
Yep.
You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Yep.
Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Exactly.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No. Okay, just gonna.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, this is definitely funny.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Go through here. Uh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Did I break the game? Let me out! I, I think I broke it. I broke it. Oops. Anyway, back to not listening. Wait, hold on. There we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't, though.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Whee!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Fuck you.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating
Blue
properly.
door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Exactly,
Was it
yes.
worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Bye, baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
You
Because
heartless
for the latter,
bastard.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm
Oh,
out.
boy.
I'm done. It's over.
No,
Thank you
come
for playing.
back.
Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What the fuck?
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to
Oh my
play
God,
as a
it's
creepy
Firewatch.
man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Minecraft door opening noise. Oh, come on. I gotta walk all the way back around now. Fuck you. Let's go. Let's go see.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What? What's wrong? I'll go look at the sign.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
That's what I
Out
wanted.
in the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
No, I play
Preferably
Firewatch.
something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Yo, let me through. Let me in.
Okay, I think this will be
Eh,
just the thing.
Okay. I fucking love this.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now,
Yeah.
this is game design.
What's this?
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, this is Rocket League. Okay, that's
So what
cute.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall
Oh,
run
what
the
fun.
bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
Wanna go into the
Okay,
goal.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my god, the ball! Oh my god! I'm gonna get it in. I'm gonna get it in. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Beep beep. No, no beep beep. No one come here.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Yes.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a
Yay.
certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out.
Whee!
Here comes another ball.
Whee!
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Oh my god! More balls! Let's go! Get on in there. Go in.
Are you enjoying this, Stan?
Yes.
Are you having fun?
Yes, actually, I
Is this a
am.
real video game?
Yep.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end.
No.
This is my game, and
No.
what I say goes.
No.
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides,
No.
you need someone like me to set boundaries for you.
I don't want
Without
boundaries.
rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you'd like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
All right. I'm going in the goal now. I'm gonna hop on in. Here I go. In I go. Let me in. Whee!
What are you doing?
Whee! Whoa!
Stanley,
Whoa.
don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have
Oh, I love this. Cabinet. I love this. It's so cool. Like a little work in progress, where the filing cabinets are supposed to go. Whoa! Whoops. Oh. Somehow I'm frightened, actually. I'm scared, actually. I'm a little frightened. Where am I? Oh, shit. This is the doors. Alright, let's go to the light. Go to my office. Alright, clearly there's nothing to do here. Oh! Uh-oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes.
To this world.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
We're waiting. Ooh. Or are we just starting over? Cool.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Sick.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, this is different. That wasn't like that before. Whoa. I'm pressing every button. Pressing every button. Okay, not any of the letters. Let's try the numbers. Okay, not the numbers. What about like space or something? Ah! Is there like more around here or something? There'd have to be like. I want to check for more. Hmm. What about my computer? Is anything different about my place? Oh, I can't go back. Never mind. Let me in! Oh, let me drink some water. Whatever.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Of his care workers. Alright, let's go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll listen to him this time. You know, we'll see what the story has to offer.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love the tilt of like the projection. I love that it's not perfectly square. That's such a cute. That's such like a cute detail. I love that. Oh, broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Can I take the broom? I want the broom. Whatever.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Going to see the boss. Ooh. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Not sure what that means. Yeah, but come on, make an actual mirror. Whatever. Boss's office. This is like This is like fucking Mr. Burns' office from The Simpsons.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It's literally just Mr. Burns' office. It's literally just that. That's all this is. All right, here we go. Whee! Oh. I thought this was a hole. I thought I had to jump down the big hole. Whoops.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Whoa.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That'd be pretty funny.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah, we're gonna die. We're gonna go die.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Yeah?
And willingly confront his death.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight death. Whee! Come here, you bastard! Woohoo! Hey, I'm alive. Let's go. Oh no, I'm in a thing. Whoa.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like cutting the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Let me out!
Farewell, Stanley.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Whoa! Oh, okay. We're good. Why, hello there.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Interesting.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Mm-hmm. Slayer. Ooh. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game, the path to Stanley's office. From Stanley's office to the two doors, it was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Gotta love that. Let me have a look here. Yeah, the two doors. Here it is. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Nice. Computer. Tippy tab. Tippy tab on the computer. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Nice. Can I go through these doors? Nope. Alright. Button sound selection of sound is used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Cool. The office. Maintenance room. Fun. I like fun. I want fun. Let me have it. Alright. Whoa. Oh, okay. I see. This is just a museum of the game. I like that. Sending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. If you were to pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. The game is now paused. Beat the game again. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Yeah, that's fair. Countdown desk. One of the desks from the early version of the countdown ending. Let me roll up my sleeves here. There we go. Let me adjust my chair. There we go. Yeah, we're going to want to hunker down for this one. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above the countdown. With freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Nice. Ooh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I'm turning it off. I'm turning it off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Alright. I did it. I've done it. I don't think that's what I was supposed to do. Or maybe I'm supposed to close the game. Did I win? Did I do it? I don't think I did it. Alright. Well, it was worth a shot. We can get back there easily. It's fine. That is alright. Oh, I gotta do the current time again. Wait until it turns 6 exactly. Come on. Come on. Turn to 6. Come on. We're waiting. There we go. Hang on. Wait, whoa. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have a way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, the next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. I love this game. I might love this game. Holy shit. What the fuck? That's so cute. Of course they would have just like a little thing.
This is the story of a...
Shut up, narrator. Of course they would have just like a guy just be like, hey, thanks for setting the time. Very much appreciate it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
All of his
What could it
co-workers
mean?
were gone.
Stanley
What could
decided
it
to go to
mean?
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, so... what if it's a different computer every time? Like, if there's another one, maybe they change computers or something. Turn that off. Turn that off.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Left.
the door on his left.
We're gonna speedrun this shit.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What was the code? I forgot it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Super secret.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Let me in.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Let me in.
Let me in, let me in, let me in. I wanna go inside.
Descending
go
deeper into the building,
inside.
Stanley realized he felt a bit
Oh my
peculiar.
god.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
We gotta go.
the truth was
We gotta
that at
go.
the end of this hall,
We gotta get outta here.
Stanley would meet his violent death.
We gotta skedaddle. We gotta get out of here.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Let's go die, chat.
At
Let's
this point,
go.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Chat, here we go. We're gonna go die. Wee. Wee. Ow.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Well, I want to see the thing in
can't
front of me
see
get
the bigger
squished.
picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like
Come
plucking
on.
the eyeballs from
Squish.
a blind man. And so he resigned
Squish.
and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Squished.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ow. Ouch.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I went this way. Then I went this way. Then I went that way. Yeah, this way.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
All right.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Chat. What do we do here? Hmm.
Don't let
Ow. Ouch. Oof. Oh,
All of his co-workers were gone.
all of
What
his
could it mean?
co-workers were gone.
Stanley
What
decided
could
to
it
go to the
mean?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Doo-doo-doo. Oh! Oh, wait, no, that's the same one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
Alright,
door
let's
on his
actually
left.
follow the story now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I love that. Ooh.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Kerchink.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I'm gonna find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's me. Oh, I wonder if there's anything on these screens. Yeah, like fired. There's that over there. Fired.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was
Never.
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. What's this? Little circle. Little wacky circle. Boop. Boop. Big button. I wanted to press a big button. It didn't let me. Can I get in here? It's dark as shit. Yeah, there's no getting in there. Oh well. Let me in. Let me in.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Ah, Jesus.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Cool. Yippee! He's happy. He's yippee.
All of his co-workers were gone.
All right,
What
back
could
to it.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this still... Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's this one now. What? Alright, so I imagine it's every time the game resets, this goes to a different computer. Now, what it means, I don't know. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see once we get all of them.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business,
We gotta
Stanley
go.
took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Bye. I'm out of here.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
No, I don't want to go left. All right, we've got no choice.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
You sure? Are you sure?
No, not the right.
I'm gonna lose it.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh dear.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This
Do you?
story
Are you
is
sure?
Absolutely, definitely this way.
All right. May I get in, please? Okay. I wanted to go in the vehicle. Oh, it's this platform.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
No, I saw this
Quick,
already.
Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
From the top.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I like turning off the computers. Is this still the... Oh, it's not. And it's not that one either. Ooh. All right. I'm checking every little computer. Every single computer. Huh? Hold on, let me drink some water. All right, anyway.
When Stanley... Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere?
No,
or...
I didn't. It wasn't
Hold
me.
on.
I didn't do that.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way. Okay, hug left. Oh.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on.
I love it.
promise
What do you mean?
There definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Wait. Let me try a little longer, please. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, all the computers there are the same. Oh, there's no doors now.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
Dang.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sure thing. You the boss.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah, sure. Sure thing. Uh, you know, I might venture to say that this isn't where we came from.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Yippee!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
I did it!
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Aw.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
Oh, the door's
I'm
gone.
getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, but this place was cool. There was so much wood. Ooh. Adventureline.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
See, I'm good at staying in the line. I'm good at this. Quick, let me check the computers. All right. Let's go. Oh, hey, these doors are open now. Is it fucked up that I saw this and in my brain I was like, oh my gosh, Balatro. It's fucked up. That's actually fucked up. Anyway, here we go. Adventure line. Whoa.
You see?
Whoa.
The line knows where the story is.
Whoa.
It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Whoa.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we
Whoa.
end up be our destination,
Whoa.
even if there's no
Whoa.
story there? Or to put it another way,
Whoa.
is
Whoa.
the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being by the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You
I
know
don't
what?
care, bro.
I
I'm just
think what we
following the
need
line.
right now is a bit of music to lighten the
Ooh,
mood.
yes. Yo! Yo! This is really loud. Yeah! This is so loud. Oh.
Wait, cut the music.
Oh, thank
Go back
goodness.
and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
All right. All right, I think I've studied it enough. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I think the line knows exactly where we're supposed to go.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No. The line's back. It's back. Oh, there's no narrator?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
That's
Something
true.
exciting,
That is true.
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure, why not? I'm down.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
fix my
Just me
glasses,
and
there we
Stanley
go.
forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Let's go.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Sure, I'm down.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
He went into the roof. That's funny.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I don't know.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Here I go. Oh.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Hopefully.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Wait, I was leaned back in my chair waiting. I was ready to wait.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All of his
Stanley
co-workers
decided
were
to go to the
gone.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, it's neither of those now. Water. Okay, the 2 doors are there. Good.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's a computer here. Ooh! Ooh! Let's go. Go! I didn't know I could open that. Yes, that has been activated. No! Don't shoot him! Elevator. Someone should really clean up around here. Why is that paper glowing? Doon, 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 doon. Well, I have a sandwich here. I might as well eat it. Mmm. 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 Chicken and cheese sandwich with some ranch. Hit it, narrator. Sing it. Sing that tune, boy. Mm-hmm. That's a jolly tune right there. Do, 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 do. How long do you think this goes for? Mm, mm, mm. Glad this was here. I had to eat my sandwich. Um. No. Mm. Mm. You know what, chat? I think this is a good time for me to go get water. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. Nothing? Alright. Did these do anything? Oh, sick. We went nowhere. That's crazy. That's actually wild. Poor guy. What if I wait in here and not put the code in? Let me just double check you to make sure. Alright.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad.
Oh.
Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Kill surprise. Alright, down we go. Whee! Oh, wait. Alright. I keep forgetting that's not a drop. It's an elevator. You just can't see the elevator. Chat, you ever go to like a restaurant or something and you get a sandwich and it has like the little olive on the top with the toothpick? Do you eat that? Because I always eat that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Let me
Stanley thought to
in.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let me earn. Let me earn. Yeah, I was up there. Oh, right.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
What's
nature
that one right there?
revealed.
There's some
Each
with no
bore the
numbers on
number
them.
of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Oh, those
the
are
lives
just,
of
I
so
see.
many individuals reduced to images on
Oh,
screen.
wait, what?
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Pirate? Pirate? Pirate. Pirate. What do you mean, pirate? The fuck are you talking about, pirate? Pirate. Yeah, there's no other ones like this one, though. $34, huh? Yeah, whatever.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
Pirate.
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Never.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire
Thug
life
shaker.
utterly blind to the world?
Thug shaker. Thug shaker. Oh, we're here.
But here was the proof.
But hold
the
on.
heart of the operation.
Thug shaker.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
By doing the thug shaker. Anyway.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For
Watch me,
example,
nerd.
and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to
Whoa,
explode, eliminating
whoa!
the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
Whoa.
Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
I gotta go.
But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
What do you mean?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and
What do you
take
mean
back the
incorrect?
control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on
What
the
do I
next
do?
go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stan.
Oh, wait.
Time doesn't grow on trees.
1, 2.
Oh,
Okay,
dear
there's
me,
number
what's the matter,
buttons.
Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to
24.
button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Four's up there.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
Nothing's
You're
changed.
in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Ah!
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
What do you
To
mean
see
incorrect?
made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it
No!
or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Ow. Bleh. What was I supposed to do?
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others,
Ooh.
wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Okay, that's one. We need one more. We need one more.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content. Oh boy. Oh my god, what does it mean? It means new fucking content, idiot. Oh, let me.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Of course.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
Ultra
a reimagining
Deluxe.
of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yippee!
The
This
Stanley
is so
Parable
cute.
Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra
Oh, okay.
Deluxe.
I thought I had to run into
Oh,
the
well,
door.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Same. Let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Mesmerizing adventure.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh,
there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
He's excited. He's so excited.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Let's go.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Huh? Okay, I mean, I'll do it. Come on, chat, let's go. Aww. I want more jump. Come on. Give me more jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I mean, yeah, look this way, dude. Duh.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators.
Why would you say
and
that?
Jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yeah.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Very
Yes.
good.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter. and
Not
hold them
Twitter.
personally
Bro, not
accountable.
Twitter, dude. No,
It's
no, no,
my
no, no,
fault,
no, no, not
Stanley.
Twitter.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
What the Stanley
No
is really
frills,
about.
No gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yes. Don't call me friend though, you nuked me. Oh. Oh. I don't think that's the game. Interesting. Okay. We're just getting started. Okay. Alright. What do you got for me?
Stanley!
Yeah.
Come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What? What's up? Whoa. I don't like being in vents.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh. Pretty.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, this place is cute. It's pretty. Aww.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, the waste. Look at the picture. Yo. Oh my god. Oh my god. The old fucking like Windows style with the browser. Holy shit. That's what I grew up on. Good time. $1. Yo, $1. Can I have it? I want $1. $1. Don't play for 5 years. Damn, the nominees. Whoa. Oh, I'll get to that in a second. Okay. Is Stanley okay? Yeah, a little too much to drink. Just a little much. Ooh.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's
Of
how
all time?
grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Man, the Stanley Parable sucks. There's no new game. It has no games. It has no games. What's this? Guess I ain't going down there. I'd really like to, though. At the 2 doors. Person of the year. That's probably Stanley. That's Stanley. Look at Stanley, dude. Look at him hanging out. Got all the different buttons. Nice. Oh, is this another review? Read it to me,
Here's
boy.
another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't
The end
need
is never
anything
the
else.
end.
It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
The serious room. Yo, I know the serious room. That is the room that, like, in the original game, I think, where if you, like, are caught hacking or cheating, like, if it's detected that you're, like, messing with the game's code and files or something, then it just puts you there and you can never leave.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Steam.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Well, let's see. Let's find out.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue
Unfunny?
proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Where this shit looks like a Dead by Daylight map. Fuck. Got a generator and everything. I like the way you said that. Unfunny. Bro is so offended.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking
Oh,
for
goodness.
me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I mean, listen, dude. I was about to go on a fucking rant. You know what? Fuck, I'll go on a rant. You can't, like, waste all your time and energy into pleasing everyone, right? Sometimes you have to accept that, like, you know, sometimes you're gonna let people down. As long as you don't do it on purpose, there's nothing super wrong with it. That's something that I would struggle with. I would always, like, put so much time and, like, effort into satisfying and pleasing other people, like everyone around me, everyone I lived with, everyone I hang out with, that I didn't really have time to, like, I guess sort of see if I was happy. So you can't please everyone, my guy. You can't please everyone. There's always gonna be, like, people that you're gonna have to let down. Yeah. Don't get too lost in the sauce.
What's this one
Chat.
have to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Oh, whoa.
Only positive
Whoa.
reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Whoa.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
All right.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped
But I
right
like your
past it.
incessant droning.
It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
I'm gonna
And
listen
if
to
the
him
people
ramble.
want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations.
Wait, I remember
on the
this
nature of
ending.
choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
Oh,
Not that, of
like,
course, you need
when I
to
played this
say,
game
if I
with my girlfriend, which like when she was showing me this game, the last time I played this was one of like 2 endings that I got.
maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review. Merely
Yeah,
because
maybe.
of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this
All right, I'm bored.
particular
I'm bored.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That
Yeah.
last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah, there's no
Where
door
did the
anymore.
door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Yep.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take
No.
any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
Probably try
Is
that
there any
over there.
possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
It's been
hours.
12 hours.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my
Oh, some of the
God,
lights
there's
are
no way
going
out of
out.
the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Go through there.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you.
There's
and
a
the
ladder.
button, and if you keep pressing it, I have
That.
no idea what will happen. I have
Paint
no
bucket.
idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than
That
anything else, I
thing.
don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and
take that
thinking, and
apart.
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of
Yep.
those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button and to become frozen in time, knowing...
We don't have to wait.
Oh,
You.
Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I
A
think
week.
it's been a week.
What?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words
plant
that I'm
is
saying, I need to
dying.
know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe. Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
the
I've had
plant is
so
dead.
much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
A
Have you ever
year?
sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days.
I'm surprised this thing's
I
still
lost
running.
it all in a blur of the deepest
Even the
longing
clock
to
stopped, I
undo
think.
the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by...
You're consumed by the button. Oh, he's not talking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chad, he's not talking anymore. I'll just push the button. Ah! Shush! Ow! Ow! My ears! Ow! What the heck? Is it gonna stop if I push the button? I'm gonna push the button again. Please stop.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the
Oh,
human
hey, he's
condition.
back.
But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired.
I wonder how
in fear
long
and
they made the
insecurity.
guy
They
ramble
cannot
on
help but
for
attempt to
each
tear
and
me
every
down.
single one
What
of
a
these.
sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me.
You gonna say anything, brother? Wonder how long till the walls start deteriorating. Oh. Water. Erosion is happening. We'll be out soon.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
end is never the end, 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 is never the end. Alright, anyway. Poor guy. I feel bad. Alright, we're eroding a little more. Very good, we're starting to soak through. That's good, that's good. Oh! Okay, we got a big break. That's good. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Everything's collapsing. Oh! Let me out! I can't reach it. No, use the ladder. Take the ladder. Take it! Take the ladder! Damn. Still have to keep going. Whoa. Okay, that's actually really pretty though. That's so pretty. That's just a pretty shot right there, I'm gonna be honest. It's beautiful. Can I get out yet? Surely you could hop onto this, grab onto that, and climb out. All right. Oh, it's all turned to ash. What is happening out there? Oh my gosh. I don't remember these super well. Oh gosh, I have the hiccups. No, not during stream, please. All right, I'm good. Hiccups are gone. What are these noises? What are they? Oh, it's starting to pile up. Oh! Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh, I don't remember this part. I do not remember this. Whoa. Oh. Well, this is sad. Good lord. What do I do? Where do I go? I'll just walk, I guess. I'm free. Wait, does the button still work though? Wait. Oh. All right. Oh, hey, we're back. Let's go. Sick. That's probably like, ooh. Oh. Ah. Buttons. Yo. Oh, I have to press all of them, don't I? All right. Well, we're gonna be here a while. Okay, no, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Croissant. 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 Ah. Croissant. What's up? No. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Come on. Ah, my finger hurts so much. Ow. What do I do? Think. Uh, oh, okay. All right, yeah, I think we just had to restart. But cool, that's a cool ending. It was interesting for sure. Ah, ouch. All right, let's go.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Oh.
No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Alright, so I can just go back there whenever I want. Got it. Cool.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Show me. Show me, please. I would like to see. Okay, good. I didn't have to sit through the whole thing again. Thank goodness.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever,
Oh?
the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa! The Stanley Parable 2. There's two of them now?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Don't you think?
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Ooh. This building is really nice. I like the color scheme of it. The whites and grays and blacks, and then two, and the red, the pops of red. They're back. Yo, they should make a fucking shirt of this. I would buy the shit out of that. The fern. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I do remember the fern, though.
Now, to be
Wait.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is
Ew.
much more of a fuzzy
I love him.
magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Two. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity or Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. I like how they threw one movie in there. Ooh. Uh-huh. Oh, I gotta go this way. Wow.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Merch. Yo. Man, I would buy these, especially the posters. The posters are cool. Maybe not that one. And maybe not that one, but like the two on the top of each one, I'd buy those. Like not even a joke. I genuinely would. Yo, is that Stanley himself? That might be Stanley himself. Huh? I want to hear that.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the
Oh,
button
okay.
only says the name Jim. But
Sick.
of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh.
Let's take a deep breath.
I
clear
was
your
just gonna do it
mind,
myself, but
forget
okay.
whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Whoa! I'm
You
just kidding.
see? What a thrill! What a rush! It was you! The pattern described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Again. Oh!
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature of the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally
The gym
drained
button.
from all of this personal validation.
Holy fuck, I'm Jim.
I suppose I could
Okay.
allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
That would be
That
funny.
would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
It's Stanley. I mean, I almost said Jim.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday would be is so funny though. Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th
Yay!
birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh.
Or actually,
Oh,
maybe I
come
should have gone
on.
with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
No, this is lame. I want this one. Look how much funnier
Come
this
now,
one
you
is.
already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
You chose badly. You did. Get better someday. Get better someday. Big Stanley. Anyway, Big Stanley. Look at Big Stanley. And you find them? The jump circle?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Sorry. I got excited. I'm gonna go easy achievement. I want the easy achievement. Gimme. Let's do
Now,
it.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
No!
Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
No!
I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Ah. Homie, please. So polite. What a polite lever.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's this?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
That's funny.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Yo. Whoa. Whoa. It's beautiful. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom. Pretty tasty. Nice.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I don't know. I like that, honestly. I like when games do that. The infinite hole. I want to see the infinite hole. What's over here? Oh, that's the decorations room. I want to go see the infinite hole. Where's the infinite hole?
Stanley, here's an idea
There
that
it
I'm
is.
truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I'm not gonna go in just yet. Ah, fuck it. We'll go in. We're gonna go in the hole. We're gonna go in the hole. Dominoes. Whee!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, we've fallen.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Nope.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum.
Oh, this hole has an end, doesn't it?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite
I knew
nature
it.
of the hole.
You bum.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found
Nice.
the bottom of the
I
hole.
did it. Let's
You
go.
found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't
Why
say
don't we
anything.
Just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite.
Sure, I'm down
If
for
that
that.
works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas.
I
for the
liked
sequel.
that. I liked that bit a lot. Oh, wait, there's... Oh, no, there's not more stairs. Dang it. Hole like infinity. Gotta love the hole like infinity. Gotta be my favorite type of infinity. Yo, new infinity type just dropped. Is that everything there is to see here? Go back in the hole again? 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 Okay, we can go again. It's gonna take a bit before we get there. Oh, so hi, Fork. Hello. I'm enjoying the game a lot. I've gotten quite a few endings. I've gotten like 5, I think. Whee!
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
Yeah, it
The
is.
problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you...
It is shorter.
before.
What?
I mean, admittedly,
Huh?
I didn't make an infinite hole.
It's shorter.
I
What the
didn't think
heck?
it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Cool. Anyway.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Yep,
If
I
this
am.
starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Yeah. I want to do that.
Oh, there it is.
What?
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me.
No!
Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
A very aggressive divot. What if I fall into it, though?
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
It's nice.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button
It's
when you're ready
nice.
to move
I bet it's
forward.
gonna be like a pillar now. Uh-oh.
Is the,
No.
teleport button not
No.
working?
Let me out.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
No.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Help.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
No.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever
No.
have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
No,
you
let
get
me
to
out.
be with the hole. I get to do literally
Let me
anything
out.
else.
Let me
Take care,
out.
Stanley. I
No.
hope you and the hole have a wonderful...
No, come back. No. Let me out. Let me out. No. No. Oh. What was that? What was that noise? Uh-oh. Whoa, yeah, what? Why ambiance? Why does there need to be... Oh! Oh! I see. Okay. Alright. Off I go. Down we go, chat. Oh! Stanley! It's him! I like Stanley. Look at him. Look at that man. Yo. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh, Dino. Puppies! Oh, look at them! Yay! Oh! Oh. Wait, I have to get a closer look at that. Oh my god, it's awful. I hate that. I don't like this Stanley. I want regular Stanley back. Oh, my god. No!
Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Toodle-pip. We gonna start moving again. Let's go. Oh, never mind. Man. Oh, hey. I'm back here. I can go to the exit now.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh, they changed the gym. They changed it to the gym button. What's this? On the office. Red is the new orange. You know, data ray trace, more of the same, but in a good way. New features, new content, new ideas. Reassurance bucket. I don't think I'm in here yet, actually. Let me check out the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after
Where is the
much
bucket?
consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
I want it.
You may even come
Let
to
me in.
long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive
Let me
dissonance
in.
while the bucket is in your
I want the
arms.
bucket.
And to be honest,
Give me the bucket.
it's
I want
a much
it.
more convenient solution for me
Eh.
than actually redesigning the game to be less
Eh,
uncomfortable.
I want your bucket. Give me the
Imagine
bucket.
what a
Let me
pain in the
in.
ass that would be. Yes,
Please.
the bucket
Let me
is the
in.
perfect solution.
I want it.
Come on,
Eh.
give it a try.
Yay! Give a bucket. Yippee!
Can
Bucket.
you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. In
Bucket.
fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of
I
charisma as
take the
well.
bucket.
I think that just
I'm
holding
taking it.
has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Good. That
The
means I'm
benefits
keeping
of the
it.
bucket seem to go on and on. don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable.
Oh my
2.
goodness. I live the bucket. 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 Oh yeah, I get to keep it. Yay!
Does anyone
Bucket.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
They should.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay. Let's go see Big Stanley again. Hi, Big Stanley. Okay, yeah, that's not in there anymore. I think it's just time to leave now. Let's go. Let's go with the bucket.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Ooh. That's a cool shot, though. I can't lie. That's pretty cool. Ooh.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. I
I'm
give
ready.
you the
I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Parable 2.
Let me in. Oh boy.
It's beautiful.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
See, this is why you need the Get Better Someday balloons instead.
Who am I kidding,
Should have
Stanley?
listened to me.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can whip something up.
Let me see if I can do something.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Whoa. Whoa. Yo, can I play this? I'm gonna play it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yippee!
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh dear.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Hey.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone.
All of his
What could it
co-workers were
mean?
gone.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes, sir, I picked up the bucket. You better believe I picked up that bucket. Oh my god, I like the one sitting in the chair. Yeah, it's cute.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Yes.
Was this better than the meeting room?
Absolutely.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Bucket?
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to
Huh?
him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
What's that? Oh, those are the collectibles. How cute. I see. All right.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
What dark room? This one? It's not very dark. Oh, I see. That one's pretty dark. Oh,
Now pick up the phone.
hello.
This
Hello?
is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly,
That's not why
he
you gave
began
it to me.
believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, we're going. Oh, okay. Oh, it's my house. This is a nice house. Where's the bucket? Oh, there's the bucket.
Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press Y to take me to work with you.
The Stanley
What?
Parable
What?
Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press K to take me back with you. Wait, hold on. All right.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
No, not
to
really.
see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press N. Where's all the different buttons?
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Oh shit! I don't know why I'm yawning so much, and that's pretty cool.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Bucket, yoink, G.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
That's what I'm saying.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley?
Yes.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
And it's got a wooden handle. Gotta be nice.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Oh, I'm up here now.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press L to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
Whoa!
Oh, no, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Whoa! I mean, like, yeah, bucket. Whoa.
Stanley, give me the
No!
bucket. Give it to me. Give me
No!
the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
No! It's my bucket. You won't take my bucket from me. You won't! My bucket. What happened?
All of his co-workers were gone.
The
What could
bucket's
it
not
mean?
there anymore.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, it's right there. There's the bucket. Yo.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Fuck
open
you.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I won't. You know I won't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh, wait, I want
realize
that, right?
investing your trust
Shit.
in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
Who's her? Who the heck is her?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay. If you say so. Hello? Is this my house? It is.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Bread? I want bread.
All right, now.
I want bread, I want bread, I want bread.
And tell me all about your
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their
I
life
do,
to
though.
you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
You're a dickhead, bro. You're mean.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What do you mean?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
F.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So,
spend time with the boys.
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and
that's carpet.
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
My
How
wife!
could there possibly be? In reality, all he
No!
anyway has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die is crazy. Oh. All right, we're back.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I still wish we had the Get Better Someday balloons. Those were way better.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Yeah,
left.
let's go this way. Let's go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
I
to
never
his
gone
to a
down the
staircase.
stairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. What's good?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these.
I don't care.
Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
That's all I need.
Buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Nice. All right.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered
I'm taking
this,
a picture
he
of
began to
that.
make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh
Why did
shit.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Uh-huh.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
What is happening?
As awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What's up?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Oh,
Please,
God,
just
it's
someone tell me
Fred.
I'm
Oh,
real.
fuck.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any
Who's
other.
Mariella?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Oh,
of work.
it's
But on
Stanley.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And
Oh,
although
he's
she
dead.
would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She's like, bro, I'm out of here. I'm dipping. That's different. Why is it different? Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? What the fuck? Okay. We're finding them all, I guess.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Thank you. There's gotta be at least one in here. One little trinket. Ah, the spark. Ouch. Owie.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I gotta get out of here.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I have the hiccups.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and...
Gosh, these hiccups are brutal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No. The hiccups are getting me.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. unshackled himself from someone else's
Not
command.
now.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley
Oh my
reflected
gosh.
on how many puzzles still
The
lay
hiccups.
unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other
Grasp.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon
my
his
gosh.
skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
No. No. I thought they were gone.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah, the coworkers
What
are
did he
gone,
do?
whatever.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Memo. Okay, memo.
When
Go,
Stanley
go, go.
came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't. Oh my gosh.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yoink.
Another miniature Stanley figure.
Yay!
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini stands! Stanley Figs!
What about Stanlerines? Yes,
I
think
like
that.
I like
Another
Stanlerines.
Stanlerine under your belt.
All right. How do I get down? There we go. Oh my gosh. Yeah?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
Shut up.
So far off the beaten path. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh, hold on. I gotta do something about these hiccups. I'll be right back. Okay. Eh, The hiccups are not gone. I am being tortured.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing?
Yeah, right? That'd be crazy. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mission status. Yeah. Some are both red and blue. I know where that is. I'll go there right now. Oh wait, I can't. Shit. At least I don't think so. Nearby a fireplace. I don't remember a fireplace. Hmm. Oh my gosh. A private but smelly place for an important person. That could be the boss's bathroom. Nearby a fireplace? Wait, hold on. Isn't like that secret passageway that I need the code for? That's behind a
Coming to a
fireplace.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Let's
his
try
boss's
those.
office.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies.
Figlies! I love
What name better
Figlies!
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1. Let me
Figlies!
sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Figlies, right now. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. And now the next one should be right
Here's
over
the door, just
here.
go.
Why, hello
You're
there.
getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlerines. Very soon, you'll collect
Figler
the last one,
Anlerines?
and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then.
Yep.
Different in the sense
We
that
will.
we used to have none of them.
That's true.
And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlerines. None of us can.
All right, let's get the last one. No. Yeah, let's just rush it, you know.
All of his co-workers were gone.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right, so we gotta go to the
When Stanley came
cargo
to a set
lift
of 2 open. This was not the correct way
and
to
get
the
off
meeting room,
of
and
it
Stanley
halfway
knew it
through.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't. He went to the cargo lift to get the last Figley.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
Really,
realize
I'm
that investing
not.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Nope.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on
Hey!
your side.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor this moment,
Wiggly!
Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all.
But you're
That
not.
would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
Oh, that's
So,
true.
Instead, I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
You know, I've never gone through the red door before.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
No, it's not killing us.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here,
Let me in.
let me show you.
Ooh.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
Ooh.
It's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Ooh. Ooh, they're collecting, I think. They're all gonna combine at the top, perhaps. Ooh. Not sure what those are, but they're cool. Anyway, look at these things combining. Oh my gosh. Combine! Combine! Oh. Oh, green. Oh, okay, they're gone. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm gone.
No,
I'm gone.
Wait, where are you going?
Somewhere.
Oh no, stay away from those stairs.
What?
If you hurt
Why?
yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
That's okay.
We'll lose all of this.
Nah, it's alright. I won't get hurt.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Please,
Stanley,
yay!
Oh, thank God. You live.
Not for long.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because it's funny. Wee!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Dude, bro got addicted
My
quick.
God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
No,
You'll throw
it has
yourself
nothing to
from
do with
this
you.
platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
It's nothing personal, I assure you. Ow.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Here I go. Whee!
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm
Yep.
going back.
Yeah, you're going back. Loser. Oh my gosh. Yay! We're back.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's just... It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Okay.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Ooh.
Just one more time.
We can do that. Oh my gosh. There they are.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
What's over here?
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley. And here was a second Stanlerine. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane,
no, wait, put me back.
Unremarkable ways.
Wait, put me back.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Yeah, it was this one.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the warehouse. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Huh? Where do I go?
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room.
No, we didn't.
Well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here
Oh,
in the
goodness.
memory zone, so it must have happened. This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh my god! Ooh. Number 5. Yo! Yeah, dude. I love the low quality. Best boy narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes? Nice. Oh my goodness. These hiccups are kicking my ass.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Oh, they both lead to the same spot. Okay, I was like, which one do I take?
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Goodbye, memory zone.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we
Yes, I
watched?
did. Shut up. Oh my god.
Yes, I love that video.
Let me in.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
I don't know why there whispers I'm gonna get out of here. I do not like that.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful
Yoink.
thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The jumping circle. I bet there's still no jumps on it for me. I bet. I fucking bet.
Look,
He
it's the
hoped.
terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. Time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Bro's addicted to these memories.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Let's go. My room.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Oh, what can you remember, boss man?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
All
I
right.
did enjoy telling his story so very much.
So very
Okay.
much.
Here we go. This
Goodness.
is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
It's the same though. Oh my goodness.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a
Yeah.
door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Yes.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction
Bro,
of
I will
witnessing
sit here
true
all
effort
fucking
for a noble
day.
cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still
Oh,
not
come
feeling that.
on.
I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, huh? All right. Here I go. 417. There we go.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Where is that?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks
415.
or so.
4-5. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Now, back to door number 437.
Ah! We gotta go back. Oh gosh.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine.
The
All
copy
right,
machine.
Back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're
I'm
getting
feeling
somewhere.
it. I'm feeling it too, Mr. Krabs. We gotta fucking go.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419. Get on the desk. Get on. Yes.
This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I
Yeah.
like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Come on.
We've almost got
We
it.
almost got
Now
it.
The copy machine, do that
Woo!
one again.
The copy machine. We gotta go get the copy machine. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, there he comes.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 43. Yes, we did it. Oh, wow. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Oh gosh, dang it. We did it. We fucking did it. Wait. Play the. I'm looking at the achievements right now, right? Play the entire. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. I should get that. That'd be really funny for me to get. All right. You know, I think that's a good place to leave it. It did
When Stanley came to us,
a lot. Got a lot done. It did explored a lot of the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
One of the
Stanley
achievements is
came
to
to a set of
complete
two
it in
open
two
doors. He
in
entered
less
the
in
door
under
on his
2 minutes
left.
and 44 seconds. I want to see if I can do it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Come on, let me in.
Here's the door, just go.
Let me in. Okay. Stanley, come
Stanley
on.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Let's go.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret
No.
did this place hold?
We're
Stanley
wasting
thought to himself.
time.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life.
Come
Their true
on.
nature
I don't even know. I'm not
Each
even. I'm
bore
not
the
timing it at
number of
all.
an employee
I
in
just
the
want to see if I
building.
can do it.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
Come
screen.
on.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility,
Let me
it was too
in.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was
Let
happy
me
with his boring
in,
job? That his
please.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No.
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 He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own
He
life
couldn't
in
accept
someone
it.
else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Come on, we can do it, chat. We can
or
fucking
sad,
do it.
Or content.
We can
Walking,
do it.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley
Come on. Come on.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's
Let me
grasp?
out.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power
Let me
that he
out.
had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or
This
how to
definitely ain't it, Chief.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he
Let
needed to know.
Me
It was perhaps
out.
the only thing worth
Let
knowing. Stanley
me-
stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool
I
breeze
did it!
on his skin.
Oh, it was 4
Feeling
minutes
of
and 22
liberation.
seconds.
The
I thought it was
immense
2 minutes and
possibility
44
of a
seconds.
new
All right, I did
path
it. Sick.
before him.
Nice.
This was
Let's
exactly
go.
the way, right now,
Speed run,
that
baby.
things were meant to happen.
My first ever speed run.
And Stanley was happy.
I've never speed run anything before, ever. Yeah. Nice. It's a little achievement. It's a good way to end it off. So this was really cool. Um, I wonder if there's more endings, right? Like part of me wants to check
All of his
the
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to check the meeting room. Well, this doesn't feel right. Oh, there we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, it doesn't
Yet
have
there was not a
the
single person here either.
stuff
Feeling a
anymore.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
All right. So that was a really cool game. I love how many different endings there are, and but like, all the different things you can do and shit. Um, how some endings unlock new endings. And it doesn't really like nudge you in. I mean, I guess it nudges you in like the direction of the narrator. Um, but not in an intrusive way. Like you could still just not listen to the narrator at all. Um, it's very silly. Whoever voiced the narrator, amazing fucking job. Like holy shit. Someone get this guy an award or something cuz they deserve it. Um let's see here. Oh my goodness. Man. Now, let me check something really quick. Ooh, right. Um, Astrolog is doing their second anniversary stream today. Um, and I wanted to go raid them for it. Even though there's just one viewer here right now, but still, why not? You know, why not? It is their second anniversary. Today. Astrolog is a 4-person VTuber group. I love watching them. They're so fun. They do a lot of cool like event streams and stuff. Very, very good at what they do, I would say. Um, right now, Orion is live doing the event, so we're gonna go raid him. Did I get that right? I want to make sure I spelled it right. Okay. But yeah, last stream of the week, pretty good. Ending it off with a bang. This was definitely a fun one. Um, I don't know if I'll get all the achievements on stream. And if there's any more endings, I don't know if I'll get them on stream. I'll probably do them on my own time or something. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But yeah, this is definitely a game I want to 100%. So yeah. With that being said, we're gonna start the raid. Go show Orion and the rest of the Astrolog members, Keiru, Sele, and Uma, should go show all of them some fucking love, all right? Because they deserve that shit. They've been going strong for a while, and it shows. They really do know what they're doing. They know how to put on a show. Um, but yeah, um, I'm gonna go work on the schedule for next week and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm going to also my hiccups are gone. Let's go. My hiccups are gone. Nice. Um, but yeah, go raid them and have a good day. Have a good day. Stay safe, and thank you for stopping by. Have a good one.